Ben Tracy this morning dives into uncharted waters, a wine cellar under the sea.
About a mile off the coast of Santa Barbara, California, an unusual search is underway. What exactly are we out here looking for today?
A treasure.
A treasure?
A wine treasure.
That's my kind of treasure.
We have to go and find it. So, you know, you always have a little knot until you find, and we know we can bring it back home. And
Emanuele Azzaretto is our guide. He's both an experienced diver, and as a native of Italy, he's also an experienced wine drinker.
I married all the things I like and try to turn it into a job.
He then disappears into the water. And about 20 minutes later,
coming up!
This breaks the surface.
Swing it!
A massive metal cage filled with a bounty of nearly 1,500 bottles of red wine. This is not dumb luck. Azzaretto knew what he was looking for because he sank it in the ocean a year ago. He's the co-founder of Ocean Fathoms, a company experimenting with using the ocean floor as a wine cellar. The bottles come out dripping with seawater and shellacked with seashells.
This is one of the bottles that just came up. Each bottle, I mean, it's an art piece.
It does look like something you'd find on a pirate ship.
Exactly.
After just 1 year in the murky depths, the bottles have bonded with the ocean bottom, attracting plenty of curious and perhaps thirsty sea creatures. But Ocean Fathoms is more interested in the ocean's influence on the inside of the bottle. It calls this section of the Santa Barbara Channel nature's perfect cellar. Because there is little oxygen and light, the temperature remains a constant 54 degrees, and ocean currents gently rock the bottles. So the motion of the ocean really is just kind of cradling these things.
Oh, absolutely. And then we are in the Santa Barbara Channel. There's all the whales here. So imagine what the bottle's here for a year.
Right.
Yes. The whales are singing to them. So
the whales are singing to them.
well, they're down there.
So they get cradled by the ocean and lullabies from the whales?
Absolutely.
That's a good life as a wine bottle.
Yeah, it is. For us too when we drink it.
Better than you're going to get in somebody's closet.
For sure. For sure.
Azzaretto was inspired by stories he read a few years ago about a treasure trove of champagne from a shipwreck found on the bottom of the Baltic Sea. The 168 bottles, including some very vintage Veuve Clicquot, were still highly drinkable after 170 years underwater. The famed champagne house has since created its own Cellar in the Sea program, storing various bottles of bubbles 130 feet down in a Baltic Sea wine vault.
I was intrigued and super curious.
Rajat Par was a sommelier for 18 years and now makes his own wine near California's Central Coast.
Perfect temperature to grow grapes.
Where the cool ocean breeze provides ideal conditions for making world-class wine. But when Ocean Fathoms approached Par about dropping some of his best vintages into the Pacific, he wasn't convinced. At first you thought this might be kind of a gimmick.
Oh, 100%. In the beginning, I was like, it could be interesting, but I just don't know. I wasn't sure.
He ultimately decided to sacrifice a few bottles and see what happens.
Mind was blown, yeah.
You realized it wasn't a gimmick.
I realized it was definitely not a gimmick.
What does the ocean do to the wine?
The wine evolves in texture. So wine with tannin becomes softer tannins. Wines which are kind of rustic will become more round. But the nose is identical. It does not age in the aromas. It only ages in the texture.
And how long would it typically take you to get that kind of texture in a cellar?
I don't know, 5+ years.
Oh, wow. The bottles sell for a premium, starting around $350. But not everyone is a true believer. California's Coastal Commission is reviewing Ocean Fathoms' permit application and has expressed concerns about the wine cage's impact on marine life and fishing grounds. Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's silky. Well, you found your treasure.
I did. Finally.
And now we get to drink it.
Now we get to enjoy it.
Cheers.
Cheers to you.